We're live now, Vince.
All right, we are ready to roll here. Here we go.
I can't say the following words. That is going.
Hey, don't get on the air.
He's saying arthritis with his finger.
Is that what he does, or can he?
I don't know. He thinks he cuts it.
Oh, he just
Good.
cuts it. He doesn't have
Bad.
like a cop button type of thing.
I'm the guy with the gun.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Firing Line Radio Show. This is Philip Naiman here with Vincienzo Torellini, the Cuban Italian Stallion. He's a longtime member of, oh, geez, you've been around for 9.5 years on this show, Vince.
That long already?
9.5 years. Yeah, he's been with us since the beginning. We're in the back part of his store right now. We want to do a little bit of specials, talking about what's going on with Black Friday. But Vince,
Why are you hesitating when you said Black Friday?
because I wanted to make sure I said it correctly, because Vince doesn't have Black Friday. Vince is saying that Black Week matters. So it's BWM over here. The entire week is sales. So Black Week matters, BWM. And on Friday, it's Black Rifle Friday.
Yes.
Okay. So we just want to make sure that's why I had to sort everything out.
Yes.
Turkey in the middle,
Yes.
Black Rifle on Friday.
Yes.
Great sales all week. So Black Friday week matters. This is basically what we're talking about there.
Beautiful.
Finally, I got it all the way out. And he's on I always say on the corner, but he's not on the corner. He's between Arlington
And Central.
and Central,
On the Brockton Arcade.
in the
area.
Brockton Arcade. Why don't you say it? Here's a
So
microphone.
the corner is Brockton and San Simeon. That's the street right there, which is very, very short. It's only a block, 2 blocks long. That's why we don't say San Simeon, because people are gonna go, is that where's the hell is that at? So easier way is to say Bullseye Port and Brockton, between Arlington and Central. And folks, if you cannot find the big white building in the corner,
And even that, as easy as that is, I screw it up about it once a week.
they
So-
still find me.
bullseyesport.com 951-823-0211 951-823-0211, and just wait for a commercial next segment, man. That's gonna be great. I'm gonna make him read it.
Oh,
Folks, follow us along at home. We're gonna have this at gab.com/Firing Line Radio, or on our YouTube channel at Firing Line Radio Show. We're on that, so you can actually see the video that we're putting together here, because today we have a lot of items we want to discuss and show. So you're really going to want to make sure that you get the video component on this online. And again, that's either going to be on the YouTube channel or at gab.com/Firing Line Radio. In case you haven't figured it out yet, Facebook has throttled the living daylights out of us. So, we're just going to have to find other platforms, and that's where we're going. Those of you on the group page, you need to move. We're going to do giveaways, but they're going to be on the Gab side. They're not going to be on the Facebook side anymore. And I have a giveaway today that we're going to be talking about in the next couple sections. Okay. Vincenzo, when we first talked about doing this meeting or doing the show, one of the things we wanted to talk about was a go bag.
Yes.
Okay. What happens if you are at work or someplace outside of your home and a giant earthquake happens, or a giant earthquake happens and a zombie apocalypse happens, or a giant earthquake happens, a zombie apocalypse happens, and Kyle Rittenhouse is acquitted? Now, what happens?
That's a hell of a combination.
Exactly. It's the perfect storm, man. It's something we could be looking at.
Lock yourself in a room and wait till things settle.
I haven't got to the option about the forest fires too. So that's another thing we have here. They cut the electricity, forest fires, earthquakes, no water. Zombies are out on the loose anyway, because we don't put anybody in
Isn't
jail.
there a TV show based on that kind of?
Yeah, it's called California Dreaming. Anyway, so one of the things that's important is to be prepared at all times. And that's why I asked you to bring out what you have here and what we're going to call a go bag. Go meaning get out.
Yes.
Right? So why don't you tell us what you've got here?
Well, this is my personal go bag. It's not big actually. Little wide.
It's a small backpack.
It's a
He's got a
small bag,
small.
yeah.
And who makes
And
this?
it's heavy because there's a lot of stuff here. I'm over the top. I think on what I have. In my own mind, I don't think I am.
Okay, so
For some people are.
So since we don't have since people listening on the radio, so what he has here is a mid-size backpack. You can either use a mid-sized backpack, you can use something like a messenger bag. It's going to depend on what's inside and how much you need to carry. That's going to be important for you. So let's go with the outside pockets here. What do you have that's so important?
So the outside pocket, this has a lot of pockets. all
He's
over.
got baby Ruths in there, folks. All he's got is a bunch of candy.
Bunch of candy. You need a compass,
A compass, all
just in
right?
case you get lost.
You know how to use that?
No, I have no clue, but I'll figure it out. You have a small binocular.
All right. He's got a compact set of
A really
binoculars,
tiny
opera
binocular.
glasses,
Yeah.
and they're teal in case you can see it at home.
I gotta. Of course, I have, for whatever reason, in case I want to write
A pen.
a sub,
He's going to write a ticket. So he's got a
Yeah.
pen.
this a tool to self-defense. It's
So
really
he's got
lightweight.
he's got a security pen.
Yes.
So this would
Bust a window, bust a glass if you need to
right.
bust
Got
a
a glass
glass.
breaker. This isn't a pen, it's just a tool.
No, just a tool. Yes.
Okay. So they do actually make this. What he's got here is I've seen them like security pens.
Yeah.
They're usually hard aluminum. They can be chiseled on one end.
Yeah.
They actually function as a pen, so you can carry it on an airplane. One side's a glass breaker. They can be very, very helpful if you do have to go hands-on in any kind of a situation. So that is a good choice.
I mean, I have a lighter. but
He's
this-
got,
This is not your typical lighter that you should.
He's got
have.
Banaka in there. Like he's planning on
This
meeting
is-
somebody later. No, he's got a fire starter, right? The lighter.
Yeah,
It's good.
kinda. And then I have, of course, a single
He's got a fixed blade
fixed
knife.
blade knife.
All right.
Uh,
With a skinning sheath or
Yeah.
skinning.
So
style.
that's in my small pocket. on
That's his
front.
outside pocket.
Here's another outside pocket. This one has a compass and a whistle.
He's got a rape whistle. I'm not sure what kind of zombies are chasing you, or are you chasing the zombies? Does the whistle attract the zombies? What's going on here, Vince?
And it also has a light.
A light. So
So it has all
he can
kinds
blow
of,
the whistle in the dark and shine the light so the zombies can find him.
yeah. And then, if they get lost,
Another
find me.
compass.
There's a compass.
Awesome.
Now, this is called a survival tin, and it has, again,
Sardines.
yeah, no.
Do you sell that?
Yes, I'm all out right now because for some reason, I guess people are buying the hell out of
I
these
don't
things,
know.
apparently.
Oh.
But it has a pencil, waterproof survival instruction, a flexible saw, wire saw, safety pin, sewing kit, fishing kit, small little fishing kit so you can, maybe hopefully catch a shark or something. I don't know. But it's all combined in there. It's sealed. We can open it if we want it, but it's all sealed. Again, this is stuff that in my own mind, I
Vince-
see it and I go, maybe I need this one day.
Vince is going to have that so he can go to Fairmont Park in Riverside and get himself a catfish for dinner. I like that idea. All right.
I have another flashlight. I'm a big
Flashlight.
flashlight guy. I got more flashlight than I got underwear,
Don't hit that.
but
there.
and with an extra set of batteries.
Yeah, we're not going to go through the underwear thing.
Then I have here some survival match.
Okay.
Keep it in a
That's
plastic baggie, even though in here these are water.
another fire starter.
This is the
Now
fun-
we're going into a
No,
larger
this is the
pocket
fun.
here.
This is the one
This is the
that,
fun side.
yeah. So I got a whole bunch of these quick.
Quick clot. So quick clot, if you haven't had a course yet, folks, on what to do if somebody has been injured with a firearm, or if you're making a movie with Alec Baldwin, you want to
need a
make
whole-
sure that you have
Put them all over your.
these come in a case. So you want to make sure that you have those on there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of there, even if you get a big slash with as you're running and you cut yourself with a glass or a piece of metal or something that can
So-
also,
But not only do you need to have these, but you need to know how to use them.
yes.
And that's why we had Thompson was out here. We did
Yes.
that gunshot safety course with him. Very, very important that you understand how to use it, because if a zombie apocalypse / earthquake / forest fire / failure to pick up the trash / whatever happens here in Southern California, no one's answering 911. All right.
No.
Realize you are the first responder. And if we lose electricity or have a major earthquake, that whole system might be out, meaning that your cell tower is out. And if your cell tower is out, you have no communication. So that's something else to consider.
Right.
And you have to realize that you will have to be responsible for, excuse me, any serious care that is going to be needed because AMR isn't coming.
No.
Not that they don't want to, they can't.
Or even fire. I mean, they'll if it's a
Well,
if
they'll be
everything,
doing a
if everything
chili
is on
cookout.
fire, they're gonna be concentrating on.
Yeah, they're working on their chili recipes, those guys.
Now, like I said, I'm sometimes a little over the top.
Oh, no, okay. So Vince has a Batman grappling hook in here, and this is awesome. We're gonna go to the back on the next segment here. Let's go to the back of the building. I'm gonna film you scaling Bullseye Sport with a grappling hook. I just want to see you throw it to the top and not have it fall on your head. This is awesome. Let's go with this.
People will laugh when I show him this, and he goes, "Vince, are you really gonna?" Hey, trust me. When
I think what you need to do is you need to put a Chihuahua on here as bait and then get the catfish out of Fairmont Park with this sucker. Look at that. Holy cow.
That's a heavy duty, and the rope is heavy duty.
Folks, you want to see the video on this. So where's your Batman mask that you wear when you're
My wife has it. Purse.
Well, we'll leave that there too. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, folks, you're gonna want to see the video on this. And how much rope is this?
I think it's about 150 feet or so.
150 feet of rope. That's all right. Vince is going to be scaling the wall.
I'm going to be scaling something.
Just don't let it land on your head. All right, tomahawk, SOG tomahawk.
Yeah, a little. Like I said, again, I'm a little eccentric.
For break.
So I have a nice.
Folks, we're going to talk about this tomahawk when we come back here. This is Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio Show. We're having a good time here. Don't forget Black Week, Black Rifles Sales Weeks, whatever. Next week, come show up at Bullseye Sports. Bring your money. Vince will help you out. We'll be right back after this.
I think that's going to hurt.
Yeah. Test your reflexes.
One time.
It just sticks. Jeez, that's nasty. How is it for throwing?
I don't think that's a throwing hawk.
Apparently you don't see the chat.
I was laughing so hard while I was watching Vince with the grappling hook. I missed it. So I do have it up, but I was just I was dying.
We'll take 30 seconds off each second. That'll
All right. Oh, we're that far over?
a minute and a half.
Oh, we went over the time?
A minute and a half.
Oh, shoot.
Did you see that pop up?
I wasn't even looking. I was looking at my bag.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking up there. You were probably looking at how I was taking out. So
Stop having fun.
we could have had 2 seconds in one.
Stop it. Oh, man. That's funny. All right, Dan.
Okay, hang on. All right, here we go.
All right, picking up segment 2.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
Hey, folks, welcome back to Boomstick Radio. This is Philip Naiman. Hope you're having a great day out there. We're at Bullseye Sports, Guns and Ammo in Riverside between Arlington and Central off of Brockton on the Brockton Arcade. I know how to get here. I just don't know how to tell you how to get here. Phone number is 951-823-0211. We're out here with Vince. We're going through a bunch of different stuff here, and you need to come down here and get this set up for yourself, right? Thanksgiving's coming up. We always have big sales, 10% off everything in the store. Non-firearms, 10% off of all accessories, I should say. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. Everything else is free.
Yes.
No?
Help yourself.
Your mileage may vary.
We have a little box that you use as you walk out, just throw your money in there. And I'm sure you're good.
It'll sort out in the end. Anyway, he's going to have a great sale here. We're talking about setting up your go bag. If you haven't done one yet, this is a good time of year to do it. And we'll talk about some other things coming up here that he has on sale. So folks, check him out at bullseyesport.com, bullseyesport.com, 951-823-0211, and come see the man in person, Vincienzo Torellini, the Cuban Italian Stallion.
Right. Yes.
All right. So we're talking about what's in Vince's go bag. Now, go stands for get out.
Get out.
All right. Some people call them bug out bags, go
Yeah.
bags. It's something nice to have in case, if the fit hits the shan, you have an opportunity to deal with situations as they come up. Now, one of the other things he has here is
Technically, it's a survival bag.
Yeah.
You're going to try to survive after the apocalypse hits.
and that's why you need a grappling hook.
Yes. Because you never know.
Scale
How many
buildings.
How many buildings you got to scale? in Riverside.
I'm serious. We need to go to the back of the store here. It's $100. You make it to the top of the building, Vince. So he's also got a tomahawk here now, or a hatchet. It's kind of a battle axe, SOG. So you can chop with it. It's extremely sharp. He won't let me throw it in the store, even though there's a perfectly good wall I could test it out on behind him. The other side is kind of a punching side. If you needed to pierce something like break some glass very easily. And then on the back side is almost a little hammer. On the end of the mallet, end of the handle is a anodized nut. And it would be good for a hammer type action if you needed to knock something in. And it looks like a pretty much indestructible handle. Now, a lot of times guys will get a tomahawk.
It's all one piece. So it's not like you're going to have to put together. It's the handle, but the handle's all one piece attached to the
right. And so what's important about this is a lot of times somebody will get a hatchet with a nice wooden handle. And if they just make one wrong hit, all of a sudden the head snaps off. And now you're trying to make yourself a new handle out of what? Out of some of the pine trees we have around here. It's not the right kind of wood. So it's good. If you're going to have a hatchet, have one with an indestructible handle. This will help you scale walls. So you can actually, like an ice climber, use this back end on the back wall here with your grappling hook.
Yes. You can climb a lot of stuff with that.
He has thought this out, folks.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Now, of course, I have an extra rope. This is
Paracord.
50 feet of nylon rope. It has 450 pounds of strength.
That's some of the most important stuff you need is something like that, just a package of paracord. It comes in so handy. You can tie everything up with it. It's stronger than heck. It's light. It basically weighs nothing. And so, paracord's a good idea. Everything's black here. Does that have to go with your Batman theme?
You know, it's kind of because I have the backpack also in a tan color. I think the tan color would be better because at least things will stick out.
This just goes with your Batman theme, though, right?
I have
the mask.
A shovel.
He has a trowel, so Vince can take care of his potty in the wilderness.
Yes, we'll use it as a tool.
He can
of some kind.
Dig a grave. That's always good. It's pretty good. It's got a hollow handle. What do we have in here?
Oh, I don't know.
Scotch.
Oh, just stretches out.
Oh, it's an extendable handle. All right, so his little trowel becomes a mini trowel. Very cool. And it also turns into a flute. No, okay.
You want to? You can try it.
You try it. I'm just here for the plucky comic relief. All right.
Then,
and then first aid kit.
Then I have a first aid kit that has 100 things in here that you use.
Now, separate from your first aid kit was the quick clot. So you had that easy to get. Your first aid kit is all right. Somebody's got stung by a bee or whatever else happens.
You got everything you need in here, up to an aspirin and all kinds of stuff here.
Okay.
Couple of things that I don't have in here, but I do carry it in my vehicle because I carry this bag in my vehicle. And if for whatever reason I change vehicle, the bag is going to the other vehicle. You should have, if you have 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles, I think each one should have one. But there is a lot of money technically involved. So, one bag per car can be a little costly, but if you can afford it, put one in each car, that way you don't have to worry about anything. Or now you have 2 bags to carry. The one in one car, grab everybody in one car. Now you got 2 bags, and then you double your strength on survival with all the stuff you have. So you need a pair of gloves.
Yes.
I have 2 kinds of pair of gloves. I have one that, like the tactical gloves that fits nice and tight. And I also have a working glove, really thick, just in case you have to pick up.
Leather gloves.
Yeah, leather gloves, in case you're picking up glass or trying to push something out of it.
You may also want to put in some rubber gloves if you have to help somebody with your first aid.
They're in there. Yeah,
Very
rubber
good.
gloves are in this.
You have to clean them like a deer.
Well, one thing that you can see that is missing here is any kind of food, whether it's MREs.
Right.
You can carry, of course, you can buy MREs. Nowadays, you can find all kinds of different MREs for next to nothing. They have a 3-day, 4-day, 7-day, 24-day pack you can carry, and then you can carry some kind of bars, protein bars that will keep you going for a while.
And water.
And water. I do have a straw, which is in the car, a straw. I've never tried it.
A filter straw.
Yes, I've never tried it. It says you can even drink from mud.
So here's the deal.
You're gonna try that one. Let me know what happens.
Yeah, after you climb the roof, I will try the straw. Not until. So here's the thing. The straws look like a great idea. All right.
Right.
But what if the only water is in the gutter? Are you going to stick your face down there and be sucking out of water in the gutter? I'm just asking these questions. When I was in Alaska, we had to filter the water. It was kind of boggy. I really thought we'd have like these pristine streams, but nope, we had boggy stuff in the tundra. And the other river was flowing just like so much silt in it. You couldn't drink that either. So they had something that we used from platypus. It was a filtering bag. And so it was 6 liters. You put all the cruddy water in one, and it's almost like an IV drip, goes through their filter into a clean bag. So you can put all the it weighed hardly anything, but you could filter 6 liters of water. You fill it up, you let it hang, the gravity feeds it through and fills up clean water in the other bag. You got 6 liters with basically no effort, and you don't have to keep bending over to drink out of the gutter.
That makes sense.
So that's my recommendation on that one. Folds up very, very small. It's in very lightweight because it's just hollow plastic. So anyway, that's the way I would work with the water on that. You also don't have any kind of defensive mechanisms in here other than your hatchet.
Yes, I do have a gun. It's not in the bag, but I do have a couple of firearms. I do carry one, of course, because I have a carry concealed permit, so I always have a firearm on me. But I do have a 22 revolver that I have close enough that I can throw it in my bag, and a survival 22, very hard to get right now. I'm sure you've seen it. It all falls into the stock of the gun.
Charter Arms AR-7.
Yeah, and now it's called Henry. It's not the most, but it's a gun. Now, remember, if you're going to carry a gun for survival, people say, well, I want to carry a 45 or I want to carry an AR. That's a lot of weight in ammo you're going to be carrying because you're not going to carry 5 rounds. So my personal opinion, I have whatever gun I carry on me, but a 22, you can carry a lot of 22 rounds in your bag, and you can defend yourself with that 22.
I think
revolver, because less function.
Yeah.
Open the cylinder, put them in there, close it. You got 8 or 9 rounds.
Yeah, 9 rounds and 22.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good choice. The Henry or the Charter Arms AR-7, I had one of those when I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't sell it fast enough. So I had a few issues with, I'd say, accuracy and reliability. So maybe we'll talk about that when we come back here about what type of 22 rifle, because the takedown's important.
Very.
If you have a 9mm or a 22, takedown's important. So folks, check us out at gab.com/firing line radio. You're gonna want to see the video on this because that grappling hook, man, he's gonna climb the building after this. Check us out there also on YouTube. Firinglineradio.com is where the podcasts are at. And we'll be right back after this.
I like my survival. It works perfect.
MacGyver?
The survival, it's a Henry, not a Charter Arms. Henry has the line.
Well, maybe they've done it better because
They do.
This was the crappiest.
I mean,
thing. Someone said
I'm only shooting from, I'm only shooting here.
Somebody said it floats. I said, great, let's throw it in the damn river. Watch it float away.
It's supposed to float. I'm never trying mine. I'm not going to try floating mine. That's not what I do.
No, but I mean, you have some great options for takedowns.
Right, you have the Ruger 1022.
Yeah, well, that's where we're going to go.
One that they have now.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Savage came out with
what we're
one
going to talk
too.
about. We're waiting for him to kick up.
Too bad they don't have some kind of at least I'm not aware of any bolt action takedown. I'd rather have a bolt action or maybe even a lever action than a semi-auto, just to eliminate not working. And then when you're running, the last thing you want to do is, how do I fix this gun?
Well, you can make a takedown bolt action out of if you just cut the pistol grip at the back of the stock and put pins
Yeah, I
in
guess
it.
you can do that, right?
Yeah.
What happened here? Weird.
We're just waiting for Dan here.
But the Ruger 1022, they're like next to impossible to find. Everybody wants them.
What's that Savage on top there?
That's a 22,
Mhm.
22 long
93?
rifle.
All right.
model- No,
Is that for sale?
yeah, it's a Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark
What's
2.
that going for?
That's a used one.
Yeah.
Like a couple $100.
Is that a 22 or 22 mag?
22 long rifle
Long rifle.
with a threaded barrel. Why you want a threaded barrel on a 22?
Well, there are reasons.
In California, it's a
That
waste
might
of
go
time.
home with me. Seriously, those are great rifles.
Yeah.
I've got a 22 right now that I'm shooting. It's
I have
awesome.
so many 22s, and I'm not a 22 guy. The only time I shoot 22 is when I take my grandson to shoot.
All right,
You can shoot that all day long. with no
You ready?
problem. Ready.
Here we
send
go.
it, Dan.
Spartans, lay down your weapons. Come and get them.
You know, folks, it's Moulin Labe Saturday, and I think Leonidas, King Leonidas, for the Brave 300, might have beat the Persians if he had Vince's grappling hook. I'm just like, if he had a go bag like this and Vince's grappling hook, history could have been rewritten completely differently. So we talked about the go bag and the reasons we get that. What's involved? You know, the other thing we didn't have, I was going to bring this up here. If you're watching along on the video here, I've got a Maglite XL200 I want to give away on gab.com/firing line radio, maglite.com. Actually, if you want to buy one, there's a code you use, firing line 15 on their website to get a 15% discount on anything you want to buy there. So that's pretty cool. Maglite XL200. It's a great little beam. I use this all the time. My own personal one. I'm not giving you my personal one. You get your own brand new one. And this sucker's got a ton of lumens. That's how they work it out here. It has 1 ton of lumens. 230 lumens. It works off of AAA batteries, lasts a super long time, lightweight. Put it in your everyday carry, put it in your bug out bag. You're going to want something like a Maglite to go, not a China light. All right. China lights are no good. You need something made in America then
Yes.
but the company stands behind you. So check that out at gab.com/firing line radio. We'll be giving away a Maglite XL200 and use the code firing line 15 and get a discount. Okay, so we're talking about firearms here, defensive measures. One of the things you talked about was a takedown 22. I slightly disagreed with your choice.
Okay. That's fine.
Slightly.
I know you're gonna carry your 300 mag, but that's kind of heavy.
No, I'll go to the gym.
Uh.
So I think though, if you're going to deal with a 22 and a takedown, I think the Ruger 1022 is just an amazing option. It is semi-auto, but Rugers just tend to run extremely well.
Yes.
They even run a little bit dirty, which is the way all my semi-autos are. But you can find other accessories. You can find lightweight stocks for them. You can find properly sized magazines for them. They can take a scope attachment, so you can shoot it, and they're accurate.
Right.
They're dependable,
Right.
they're accurate, everybody can use them. So if you were going to go with a 22, I think that the Ruger 1022 takedown would be a great opportunity, and probably in stainless steel if you're going to, go hog wild on it anyway. That'd be one choice. If you want to step it up a notch and not just have a 22, but something with a little bit more firepower, then something along the takedown 9mm, I think would be a
Yes.
good choice.
Yes, they are. Unfortunately, in California, you're limited to a lot of those.
Yeah, well, let's deal with the California choices. So you've got Ruger has their
The
carbine,
carbine.
which is a takedown 9mm,
Yes.
and Keltec has one, which is a fold in half 9mm.
SU, what's it? SU-16, I think it's called. No,
Something like that.
Sub 9 or something.
It's a funny looking gun.
Yes.
It gets the unique looks award, but it folds in half.
Right.
It doesn't fold in half completely if you're running it with a red dot though. So it doesn't come in like it was designed if you're running an optic on it, unless you're going to run it on the side. But anyway, so it still does fold in half mostly, even if you do have an optic, just not completely on that. But the important part of that is if you have a Glock pistol, those rifles can be worked into running a Glock magazine. So you can have one set of magazines and one set of ammunition for your entire system.
Yeah, it works perfect. I have one.
Which one?
The Camp,
Caltech?
Camp 9.
Camp
The Ruger.
The Ruger?
It's not called Camp 9. I also own a Camp 9. That was very old.
Yeah.
29 made by Marlin back in the days. I have the PC carbine, the Ruger, and of course I have many Glock in the 9, the 19, the 17. It'll fit any magazine for that matter. You can use a 26, which is the shortest one, all the way to the 33 round stick that of course you can't have in California.
Right, unless it's pinned, of course. That
Unless-
33
yes.
rounder would be pinned, unless you bought it on Freedom Week.
Yes.
Yes,
You can
okay.
own it.
So, so let's talk about that now. If I've got a Glock 27, okay, as my choice gun, I think I would want to have my backup magazines be something like a Glock 17's backup mags.
Yes.
So if I have a Glock 27, I'm carrying it
26.
concealed. 26. Okay,
27 is a 40 cal.
that's whatever. And it always will be.
Yes.
So
Well, unless you got a 27, you put the conversion barrel. You can do
we're
that.
getting too far.
All right.
I was off on the numbers. My apologies. So I would like to, I think I would want to have my backup magazines to be Glock 17 magazines, standard size,
Yes.
because it's carried in concealment for the first go. After that, they kind of know where you're at.
Yeah.
So why not have, instead of a small little stubby magazine, a 17? Now the 17 standard size would be great, because then if you have to switch to your carbine, you have all the same magazines with a standard capacity, as opposed to little stubbies that you're always, changing
Yes.
and swapping. So Glock 17 standard capacity mags. If you bought them during Freedom Week, proper capacity mags, and you can make up your own mind with that. So I think the Glock 19, 17, great choices, especially with that carbine combo. We've talked about this a lot before, but I think that's a great way to go. What if somebody just has a shotgun?
That'll be great. I mean, you can't go wrong with a short shotgun. You can buy from now they have all kinds of different brands, but I say just go back to the standard. Your Mossberg has a pistol grip. Remington, as we know, they're now coming out with their firearms again. That's another story to tell. But so Mossberg, and there's all other companies that make a
The
short
old Mossberg
shotgun.
500, right?
Yes, Mossberg Standard 500 has a pistol grip. You want to go really short.
So let me ask this question. And some of these, the laws have changed a bunch since, I was 18, which was a long, long time ago. But on a shotgun, can you have a collapsible stock on a pump gun?
Yes.
So I would ask somebody, why would you want a pistol grip shotgun if you could have a collapsible stock on a pump shotgun?
That also has a pistol grip part of it too.
Does. But if you've ever tried to shoot a shotgun from a pistol grip stance,
Oh, it's not fun.
Well, it's not fun. It's not accurate.
No.
You're not going to hit squat.
No.
So if you're saying I need it short for carrying capabilities, get the folding stock, because if you have to implement that weapon, unless you're going to, no, just use the stock. You're never going to be good shooting a pistol grip shotgun. It's never going to go well. I don't know if Kim Rhodey can shoot skeet with it. I don't think so.
I don't know. She can probably.
She wouldn't want to try.
No. Well, I bet you anything she'll hit it. Go ahead.
I wouldn't bet against her,
No.
but I would bet she wouldn't want to try. So anyway, they look funky, but just get the folding stock if you're going to have it. And optics are always good on a shotgun, especially if you're going to go with a red dot. And why is that? Because nighttime happens, right? You want to have choices. So on your shotgun, you may want to look at, or on any of your guns, you may want to look at a forward light on the gun. My defensive weapons at home have forward lights on the gun. I have a pressure switch on the front end, and when I push that button, the light comes on, and you can say, "Hello, raccoon," and "Goodbye, raccoon." Raccoons don't matter. So anyway, that's an important thing to have a light on a gun, one that you can control with a pressure switch, so it's not on all the time. Just on when you need it, off when you want it. That's a very good point. And also on your firearms, on your carry guns, I like a light.
Yep. A light that comes in very handy. You never have enough flashlights because, like you said, nighttime shows up, and the last thing you want to do is fumble with battery or was it charged. You got
or do that FBI thing where you're
Yeah.
holding your flashlight over your head and a pistol over here. It's like, or you're trying to weave it in between your fingers. No, put a light on the gun. That's a very important thing. Your Glock 19's got a rail for it. Any defensive pistol that you're going to have should have a rail on it. Put the light on it, learn how to use it, learn what it looks like at night, learn how to manipulate and load and unload and clear a function in the dark. Those are all important survival skills because zombies come out at night. The other part with a shotgun, if you're going to have that, shotguns in California, you can't have a detachable box magazine. So you're going to be stuck with whatever's in the pipe. If you have an 18-inch barrel, you're basically going to have 5 rounds, right? 4 and 1.
Yes.
And that's it. So you're going to need to have additional rounds. So that's why they have these really awesome bandoliers. Of course, I'm wearing a black shirt and it's black, so you can't see squat on the camera here. But a bandolier just is going to make you look cool. You're going to get extra points during exfil with a bandolier full of
Yeah, you're gonna
ammo.
look slightly like Pancho Villa for a little bit, but
I like Pancho Villa. So here's the deal. You may not want to have all slugs if you're
Definitely
going to be
not.
running a shotgun, especially if you're trying to shoot it as a pistol grip. Boy, you're going to learn that you really don't want to have that. So we'll talk about different choices of ammunition there and a couple different choices of pistols when we come back. Folks, this is Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio Show. Hope you're watching this video because we're having a lot of fun making it. It'll be on our YouTube channel, Firing Line Radio, or at gab.com/Firing Line Radio. We'll be right back after this.
you learn how to use one of these things?
Oh, yeah. I'm good at land nav.
I was never a Boy Scout. Were you?
Yeah, it's not where I learned that.
Huh?
It's not where I learned that.
No, but were you a Boy Scout?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't an Eagle Scout, but I was a Boy Scout.
Oh,
Um,
that's the gun I sold and it was never put away. Yeah, we can back, tag it, and Chelsea was gonna tag it, but then we got busy, and so I sold that. I think that one's already done. That was the one on the wall. Huh? It needs, it has the magazine. The only thing it's missing is a lock. You're right. One of the cable lock, right there. There's plenty of them in that room hanging. There's a box on the floor too, full of
do
it.
you have a gun light in the case?
Oh, yeah.
Let's throw one on that. So I can play Alec Baldwin.
You didn't check? Yeah, can't check the chamber. Just somebody hand you a gun and say, "Is it loaded?" Start shooting. He probably didn't even ask. He
He's
probably
in
just took it and aimed it at somebody.
See, there you go. It's just for looking through. I don't know. I don't know what happened with that other than, as we've talked about before.
Incompetent. I think the one
you're-
that's in trouble is that lady that was supposed to be the on-scene firearms person.
Doesn't
whatever they
matter.
call her.
It doesn't matter.
No,
doesn't
you need,
matter.
you need to check your firearm.
You are
every
the
time you
last
hand it
one.
off.
And how about the fact that it wasn't going to be used in a scene. They weren't even supposed to shoot it in a scene. So he was screwing around with it, apparently, from the last things I heard.
Oh, really?
I don't have all the facts, but what I heard was
wow.
because they just had another lawsuit filed against him.
We can make,
Oh, these are
Well,
good ones.
they're against firearms, but they don't take them seriously. None of that makes any
Where's
sense
that?
to me.
Where's my green bag?
where?
You got to take these things seriously.
That's my zombie bag. It's just
So I
for
agree
zombies.
that he should be allowed to have a plastic gun for a movie prop, and they could add all the special effects after the shoot for the people of his intelligence. Maybe one with the orange
Yeah,
thing
it's
on the barrel.
Say it again, Dan.
When Alex films a movie, he should have a gun with the orange thing on the barrel, on the end, so we know it's a toy gun, and they can crop that out when they're done shooting the movie.
So here's the thing. All right. Maybe we don't need more, like he's saying, because he comes out right away and says we need to have less guns in movies. Right? How about we need to have less Alec Baldwin in movies?
Well, that
Maybe
would be
that's the
good,
problem.
too.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do you think he'll film another movie? Probably won't
Of
stop
course.
him at all.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll. You think people go pay money to see him? I wouldn't. He
I don't
murdered
know what to tell you.
somebody.
All right.
What about attending just a 1 day basic firearm training from NRA? Might help him a little bit.
No, because anyway, I think it's more of a personality disorder that,
Of course it is.
he is
So-
focused
yeah,
on
so
self.
sad.
So anyway, yeah, somebody died. Somebody else was hurt. And
It is what it
the
is.
most recent
Young
lawsuit,
person, she was 40 or 41.
I think there's been
or
2
something.
lawsuits filed on it. This is really loud. So you have to like not hit the table.
Oh,
on that.
yeah.
So the second one that I just saw last night stated that the firearm was not going to be fired in the entire next scene. So he really had no purpose drawing it, pointing it at somebody, single action, pulling the hammer back, and then pulling the trigger.
So it was a single action.
It's a cowboy movie.
Gee, so he had to take. Yeah,
You have to try.
this is worse than they make it sound on the press.
Oh, that's because he's one of them. They circle the wagons. All right. Is this good radio? If we do this a lot in the microphone.
It's applause. It's a slow applause.
Oh,
You ready?
we are ready. Vince,
This
get a little
is
closer.
it. You guys are done after this. Here
Hand
we
your
go.
side again.
Yes! Great hunter. Yes? Fine figure of a man. Yes? Yes?
Yes.
That is all you need to know for now.
Hey, folks, welcome back to Firing Line Radio Show. Philip Naiman here. Go to gab.com/Firing Line Radio to see the video on this, or our YouTube channel. So Firing Line Radio Show, oddly enough. And thank my special sponsors. Obviously, we've got Maglite giving us a discount here using the code Firing Line 15. You got anything discounted on their website, Firing Line 15. Cutting Edge Bullets. We're going to talk about them in just a second here. CCW Safe. You do not want to leave home without that. The best protections you're going to get. And Accutac, Bipods, all of our great product sponsors. We're actually redoing our website. We're going to have everybody combined into one area. And so you can order stuff there or just come into Vince's shop and he'll give you the 50% off. I listen to Firing Line Radio guy discount. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. And we're using his credit card.
Your mileage may vary, but he'll do something for you. He'll give you a free Firing Line Radio Show sticker, as long as those last. All right, Vince, you have a special combination of stuff that you've put together here called the Bullseye Special, right?
Yes.
All right, tell us about this.
Well, this is your standard Glock 19.
All right, off the shelf 19, no
off the
trigger
shelf
work done,
Yes.
right?
With a what?
No trigger work.
No trigger done. No, it's just right out of the box, ready to go.
And no dremeling on the frame.
No, nothing. It's
Right.
just a regular out of the box. But then we decided, hey, wait, there's all kinds of people wanting to put red dot on your handguns. Unfortunately, in California, you can only sell Generation 3 Glocks. Generation 5, you have options with the MOS cut. So you can go ahead and do exactly what you see right here, put a red dot on it. So I decided, hey, why don't I just buy the slide and replace the slide that comes with the gun with this other slide, using the barrel, using all the parts, and then install a red dot on it already, and then sell the firearm already as a build gun if you want to go with that. And we even installed the suppressor sights a little higher so you can see through the glass. And we want to explain about that if you want to.
Sure. So the only modification I would make on that would be to put a light on it. So if you're watching along at home, I put a stream light on the front end of this. That's what I use on mine. Stream light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stream light.
They're really, really bright, 800 lumens, which is great. They last a long time. Luggage not sitting there playing with them all the time. See, there you go. Put the camera out. One has your trigger finger side if you're right-handed, properly handed if you're Dale Fundeck. So your trigger finger side has a toggle switch. The other side would leave it on longer. So that's just one of the ways that works. And if you're looking at the video here, across the top of the slide, you've got some cutouts.
Yes.
Makes it a little bit more lightweight, which is nice. You're using a Holosun optic.
Right.
So this is actually a green dot. A lot of people talk about red dots. This is a green dot, which is always on.
Yes, it's called, it has the solar panel on top.
This is the only solar power firing line radio show approves.
It has a solar panel. It does have a battery installed in it. And I like the Holosun because the battery is not underneath. It's on the side of the Holosun. So if you need to change it, just open the side thing, put it in there, close it.
You don't have to take the
You
whole
don't have to
thing
take the
off
whole
your
thing
gun.
off your gun. But it has the solar panel. So the battery's in there, but the battery does not work. The solar panel works all the time.
All right.
Unless you're in the dark, then your battery kicks in.
And so the other part that's nice about this is it's ergonomically shaped so it won't catch on your clothing. The way the back end of this is angled. All right. So the back end is angled. If you're drawing from concealment, it's got a lower chance of snagging on clothing. Now, the other part that you did, that's another option, is you increase the height of the sights. So your front sight is huge, right?
Yeah.
And your rear sight is huge. You still have your sights. In addition to having the optic, you still have the sights on the gun. Those are called suppressor sights. If a firearm has a suppressor, it's bigger than the barrel. So if you have your regular sights on it and your barrel circumference is triple the size it normally would be, your sights don't clear it. Your sights look at the at the back end of the suppressor. So these are called suppressor sights. I'm saying this for Diane Feinstein. This does not make the gun quieter. These are sights.
Sights.
They're not silencer sights, so you can't see it quietly. Anyway, it's nice because they stand out better. And I think you actually have a Trillium on there, right?
On the
There's a
front,
night-
yes,
there's a night
yes,
sight.
front only.
So the night sight is on the front, and I like that because, like on my Glock 21 that I have over here, which is my my zombie gun, it's got night sights on all three sights, meaning 2 in the back, 1 in the front. And at night, that's more confusing than it is helpful. I'd rather have 1 up front and just focus on the front sight and let everything else go as it may, as opposed to having the 2 in the back. And at night, they're like, plus, you know, when you're over 50 years old, your eyes aren't that great at night anyway. So go with the optic.
Yeah,
Go.
you can't go wrong with the
Well,
opposite.
and that's why you're selling more of them is, you know, people are aging and all of a sudden, you know, black on black sights, black front ramp, black in the back. It's like it all blends together sometimes. So the optic is extremely important and very, very quick to shoot. You know, you pick it up and you're right on target. And you see a lot of guys running IDPA with optics now. And Jason Miyashiro, he's doing great with that. He's winning divisions. He switched to optics and he says his life is so much better. So check that out. Other firearm. Oh, so you sell this, right? With without the light, you sell this combination with a new slide and the Holosun on it for how much?
$1,095.
So it's basically about $100 less than you could put it together for yourself.
Right. It's already done for you.
That's right. And it's a nice looking piece and it's ready to go. And whatever changes you were going to make are already done. So you don't have to wait for a gunsmith or parts to come in.
Right.
As we all know, parts are an impossibility to find. Other choices, let's say somebody says they don't want Glock, they want an all steel gun. So maybe they look at something like the CZ P01, right?
Excellent gun.
Excellent gun. Differences in the Glocks, it's got an external hammer, okay? Has an external hammer. Glock is striker fired, you won't see it. So that's one thing. This has a decocker on it.
Yes, it does.
So with the, well, that's the
All the
magazine.
way down.
Needs a magazine in it? or-
No.
There you go. So it has a decocker on it. So sometimes if somebody has an exposed hammer gun, they may not be comfortable lowering the hammer on a loaded round, which is probably not the best way to do it, although life happens and people do make those choices. So with a decocker lever on it, it makes it a lot easier. With a decocker lever, though, it's double action only.
The first round will be a double action. After that, it
Yeah.
becomes single action. again.
Right. So, and holds 10 rounds of 9mm magazine.
Yes.
It's a solid. The P01 is a solid gun. It's steel frame, steel everything. It's heavier than the Glock, but it is another great choice also. And it does have a rail on the back and night sights. So that comes in 9mm. One of the things that we want to talk about before also is this little 2-inch 38 revolver. I think it's a 642.
Yeah. 642.
Yeah. 642. I have one. And for me, it's fine, but I do a lot of shooting. Do not buy one of these for your wife or girlfriend or daughter as their first firearm.
Unless you don't like them, then you go ahead and buy 2.
Right. So this is a gun that's going to take a lot of practice really to become proficient with it and to become comfortable with it, because even if the recoil isn't that bad on a 38 special, if you have small hands, it can be. And the blast on those is pretty significant. So you're going to give somebody a lot of really bad habits very quickly if you try and teach them for their first firearm on a 2-inch revolver.
Especially, I guess maybe the female can eventually try it out, but yes, you're so on it.
Anybody.
How many husbands buy
new
their
shooter,
wives?
any new
Yeah.
shooter should not. And the problem is guys buy them for the wives
For the
because it fits
wife.
their hands.
Yeah, because super light. I think they do it on purpose. So the wife says, I don't like it, so they can put it in their inventory. I think that's why they're doing it.
Could be.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not the type of gun you want to.
Next thing we want to talk about real quickly here is the ammunition you're going to need. Now, if you're taking a look along at home here, I'm holding up a 45 from Cutting Edge. This is a flying copper coffee can
Yes.
in 45 ACP. It is a absolutely amazing round. Cutting Edge bullets, Cutting Edge, they're sponsoring the show too, but Cutting Edge bullets, they make this PhD ammo. It is all copper. It has a segmented leaves on it. Have you ever seen a hollow point that big?
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
You could plant a winter garden in the hole on this 45 ACP. But what's interesting about this and the way that all of their ammunition is designed is upon impact, the front end has petals that come off, cause a trauma zone. And then the base is a blunt trauma base that penetrates all the way through. So you can get all the penetration you would find in a full metal jacket with all the possible expansion you would get off of one of the more softer hollow points. And it is California legal. So you can get those 2 Cutting Edge bullets. You can have them shipped here to Vince. He would love to do that for you. Right, Vince?
Yes.
That's the
Definitely.
PhD ammo. I highly recommend it. And see, we have our sights here. Holosun, you want to talk about your
The Holosun site, definitely.
those going on sale?
Yes,
Awesome.
that's going to be part of the 10% off on
10% off on the Holosun sites. Folks, check them out here, bullseyesports.com, bullseyesport.com. This is Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio. God bless. Have a good turkey day. We'll see you next time.
What do you call it? What is it?
Turkey.
You remember
Gobble, 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 gobble.
what's his name? The pastor that got killed in basketball that got killed, Kobe.
Yeah.
And I never knew what he was saying. I sound like say, is he saying Mike out or because his name is that? And one time they were talking about it, and they always play that recording over and over again. And he said, "What do they call him? Mamba or something? It's like a snake from Africa, and that was his nickname."
The Black Mamba.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying, Mamba out. And I was saying, wait a minute, his name is Brian. How much can you fuck up your own name? Say Mamba. It's pronounced it Brian.
Hello.
But I found out that it wasn't that. It was
The snake.
the snake Mamba. That was his name. And I go, oh, now I get it.
All right. Don't know where that came from, but okay.
Because I was gonna go Mike out when you said it's
Oh,
over.
drop do your mic drop.
Yeah.
There you go. Mamba out. You got it.